I look forward to not having a schedule. I look forward to traveling. It's a whole new chapter in my life.
A whole new chapter. After more than 5 decades, Barbara Walters said goodbye to daily television on The View earlier today. Hope you saw that yesterday. All 11 of her former co-hosts came out to honor their legendary friend. And earlier this week, the ABC News headquarters was renamed the Barbara Walters Building. Laurie, what a week it's been.
It has. And you may have watched Barbara Walters, her story tonight, where the iconic newswoman really opened up about her personal life, her career, even her romances. The only other time she's done that is when she wrote Audition, her memoir, and she came through South Florida on her book tour. This was 6 years ago when I interviewed her before a packed house about her book. And then this is Barbara just the other day with me. She never changes, does she? She looks great. I got to visit with her on the set of The View about her past here in South Florida and what she hopes for in her next chapter.
Do you remember how it all began?
I enjoyed seeing you as a bunny. I did. We have a station break now.
The first female co-host of a network morning show, of a network evening newscast.
Then this is 2020.
And of a network news program. An incredible career that's made history and can never be replicated because Barbara did it all first. The crowds are bigger than ever to see Barbara Walters in her final shows. It's been more than 50 years in television. Mostly here at the ABC studios in New York City. Let's head on in and see the legend in action.
Here, welcome to The View.
Is it dirty, sexy, and what else?
It's funny. It's funny. It's very
Expect to be dropped by Chase.
not dirty.
Can you ever really retire from television?
Oh, I don't know, a major event or somebody dies, you know. Would I come back and do something? Sure.
I love you, Barbara, and let me tell you something. You are not retiring.
Oh, well, I still will be with ABC News, but I won't be doing The View every day.
So after 17 seasons, it's time for the creator and the last of the original co-hosts to sign off.
Enjoy The View.
Do you have any plans of retiring in sunny South Florida?
You know, as you and I have talked about, I grew up and spent a good part of my life on Palm Island, the causeway between Miami and Miami Beach, so I feel very much at home.
How many years did you actually spend of your childhood on Miami Beach?
Oh my goodness. My father owned a big nightclub, believe it or not, on Palm Island. And I remember being very lonely because I had to be driven to school since we lived on the island and, you know, people didn't exactly drop in.
And what school did you actually attend?
I went to Miami Beach Junior High. When I was there, it was a somewhat smaller town, you know.
Much quieter.
But beautiful.
Is there anywhere in the world you haven't been that you would love to get to in your retirement?
Oh, no, there are a lot of places that I've been that I'd love to go back to, because all I ever saw was the inside of the studio. I went to China 3 times and never saw China. There are 19 women in the last House of Representatives.
Her greatest legacy? She hopes all her firsts have helped some other women get ahead. And her advice is this.
Get your foot in the door, do anything, get there before everybody else, stay a little later, and don't just want to be on camera. Learn about camera angles, learn about lighting, learn how to edit, and do your homework. If you're interviewing someone, do your homework. That's the best advice I can give anyone.
Well, I wish you a beautiful retirement, and I hope you can enjoy The View.
Ah, thank you. But I don't want this to be the last time we see each other, so come visit.
I will. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you.
So she says maybe a second home in Miami someday. She does have a lot of friends here. But for now, Barbara just wants to explore the streets of New York City, sleep as late as she wants, and read.
A lot of reading. I'm sure she's going to get done. Now, she's interviewed everybody, every presidential person in the White House since Nixon. Mm-hmm. So is there any interview that would bring her out of retirement?
She says a pope, any pope, or Queen Elizabeth II. 2 interviews she's always coveted, and they've never granted that to anyone.
Wow. And she has interviewed just about everybody. So is there any one interview that stands out the most for her?
I asked her that, and she says it's not the presidents or the celebrities, but it's the people who've played the hand they've been dealt. People like Christopher Reeve, who was paralyzed. And I think it's because her sister was mentally challenged. And she said she really was changed by those interviews. But I did ask her, you know, come on, a couple of the men had to be so handsome. And she said there were 2 male TV stars, movie stars that were just to die handsome, but she wouldn't name names.
I think we got a little inkling tonight. It was probably Matthew McConaughey.
And Hugh Jackman, right?
That's right.
It's got to be them. It's got to be them. What an honor to be with her.
That's great. What a great story. And what a legend. What an unbelievable legend she is.
The more you learn, the more you just get wrapped up in it. And her book, really, I can't tell you enough. All these wonderful tidbits are in there, so enjoy it if you want to learn more.
Yeah. All right.